2 microphones,
2 Amandas,
and some seriously entertaining tales. I'm Amanda Wedekamp.
and I'm Amanda Stanzione.
We know stories connect us all.
And we realized we have a mountain of stories to share. So buckle up,
And brace yourself for a wild ride.
because we've got a lot to say and probably too much to share. Amanda, do you want to talk about some of the fun things that we've recently done?
Of course I do.
Great. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Oops, Wrong Party.
Okay. Do you want to explain what that means?
Yes. So we had seen this trend on social media where basically you have a get together with your friends and you tell them, look, we're going to get together. In our case, it was to play Mahjong.
Right. Yeah.
And have a lovely dinner. And you tell them, but you need to dress up in a costume or some kind of way that we know you're coming for a different party.
Right, because Oops, Wrong Party is really just us getting together. Now, what party are you coming to? I don't know. How did you dress?
Right.
Yeah.
So we have seen these trends on social media and we thought, let's recreate this.
Yes.
I saw some people who had done a toga.
Yes,
They were
that's
a toga
true.
party.
Yep. Some people had a nurse, like they were wearing scrubs.
Yes.
And what is it? Stethoscope around.
Yes,
Yep.
perfect. Okay. And then I saw one that said, oh, I'm here for the funeral for Angela's 30s.
No way. Now that's funny.
Because
I like
she was
that.
turning 40,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, that's great.
And she like dressed all in black. I asked Jim what he would have worn.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I would have either worn something for a quinceañera.
I would have. The fact that he just came up with that. Just off the top of his head.
And then he said, or the Boston Tea Party.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I thought was very
Which is
clever.
also funny because Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, when Bronwyn
Yes.
was getting her citizenship, she had a little tea party.
Yes, that was funny.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jim.
I know. Impressive.
Okay.
So let's talk about all the different
let's talk
costumes
about
that
us.
everybody wore. Okay.
Well, let's talk about me first.
Yes,
I was
please.
fabulous. So I show up in a long sequined gown and this cute little fur bolero, and I am holding an Oscar statue, and I said, what do you mean? This isn't the Oscar after party?
Yes.
And it was great.
It was
loved
perfect.
it.
And it was perfect because you love dressing up.
Oh, I do.
And
the makeup, the
glam.
glam. I'm all about the glam. So it could not have been a more perfect outfit.
it was perfect. And then I was a pizza delivery person.
And you had on a Pizza Hut shirt. And one of the first things I said to you was, where'd you get a Pizza Hut shirt?
I bought it on eBay.
Right, which is so funny to me. And then you've got on the visor and it's like, I love pizza.
Yes, yes. I had a black visor, a black Pizza Hut shirt. I bought pizza boxes on Amazon,
which is great.
Folded them.
Yeah, you were like holding like 3 or 4 or whatever in a row. Yeah,
and I walk in, and I was like, "Oh, is this not the pizza party?"
I'm like crazy.
That was so fun.
Yes,
our friend Christy was here for the World Cup party,
and she even came in like she won the World Cup.
Yes,
like, holding the trophy.
And she had the scarf and
like
everything.
The banner of like, "Whoa, USA!" Yeah,
yes.
that was fun.
And then Erica came dressed for the Easter egg hunt.
Yes, she came in with the basket and she's like, "I'm here for the Easter egg
Yes,
hunt."
that was so cute.
That was great. Jessica also came as if she was here for an Oscar party.
Yes,
she looked fabulous. I think she even had gloves on, and she was holding a little statue. So
and it was perfect because you two were both like, hey, we both were Oscar winners.
Right. We both thought we were going to the same party.
And it was super important to all of us that we didn't reveal what we were going to be before we showed up.
No one told me. I didn't get, like, I didn't ask. It was totally a secret.
No,
that
perfect.
I think was one of the most fun parts.
Yes.
So I'd say for anybody who's doing this, make sure everyone knows, do not tell. Because it's so much more fun to see them walk in.
Keep it a secret, yes.
Yeah.
And then we had Krista had just come from the facialist.
Yes, she actually had just come from getting a facial, and she looked amazing. She was very spa-like. She had on a robe and a headband.
Yep. And she was like, is this a spa party?
Yeah. And Beth had PJs on.
Yes, for the slumber party.
And she brought like a big teddy bear.
Yes.
Oh, it was so cute.
That was cute.
Yeah.
And then Linda came for the Masters green jacket after party.
Yes, that was great. And
that
then
was clever.
Jonelle came. She was dressed as a tennis player.
Yes.
And she came in and she said, "Where are my golf bros and my tennis hose?"
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought she said,
golf hose.
Pros.
Yeah, golf pros.
They were golf pros, but I thought she said bros the first time.
Right. It was golf pros and tennis hose.
Yes. And she goes, I kind of like bros better.
Yeah.
And then she goes, where are those pros at?
Yeah.
That was so fun. funny. And Marion and her friend, they came as the Statue of Liberty.
Which was very cool.
That was so clever.
Mrs.
Roper.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Which Amanda was like, I don't know who Mrs. Roper is still.
Like, I don't know. Also, I mean,
I know it's not your generation.
It was not my generation.
I know.
So I was like,
this is where
but she looked great.
Yes, it was perfect.
And then when she took her wig off, she had awesome hair.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with who Mrs. Roper is,
yes,
because you might be Amanda's age or younger,
right?
She was a character in a TV show called Three's Company, and that was where two girls and a guy pretended to be gay so he could live with the two girls.
Okay, got it. Yes.
And the guy was the famous guy, and I can't think of his name.
Oh, he died.
Mm-hmm. Jack.
Something. It's going to come to us after this podcast is over.
We're going to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well,
but it's fine.
We'll add it to some notes.
We will.
Okay.
We'll add it. Maybe we'll have a corrections corner eventually, but I don't want to do that.
Corrections corner? That's good.
Well, I took that from my favorite.
Okay,
one of my favorite podcasts.
Someone will end up putting in the comments what his name
Exactly.
is. Great.
Exactly. So that was the Oops Wrong Party. Then we played Mahjong.
Oh, that was great.
And we had little prizes.
Oh, the little prizes, the little ducks.
Yes, we had lucky ducks.
Yes, that was really cute.
It was super
cute.
fun.
Yeah, and I actually won a game, so I was thrilled about
that.
that.
You did, yes. We had 3 tables. Like, it was a good time.
I feel like everybody won at least once.
Yes,
like
I
it was
think they did.
Nice. It was a great Mahjong night.
It was a great Mahjong night.
Yeah.
Then we all got together for a Yacht Rock night.
Yes, and if you don't know what Yacht Rock is, I feel like everybody kind of knows.
Well,
what Yacht Rock.
Some of my friends didn't, so
okay.
I was explaining it's a genre of music.
Yes,
mostly from the 70s and maybe early 80s.
Right,
and it's more like slow rock.
Yes, and Yacht Rock Review is the cover band,
yes.
and they are covering all of these songs.
Right.
I think that's important to know. These dudes are standing up there with like shaggy long hair. I mean, are they
maybe
wearing...
even a wig?
Right. I
don't
feel
know.
like one of the guys we thought might be wearing a wig. And they're all wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
But they're covering all of these old songs. Right.
And let me tell you, I honestly didn't even know what we were getting into. I thought maybe it was going to be different bands coming up and doing different songs because
you didn't know that
it was called Yacht Rock Review, and I'm thinking it's just a night of different cover bands coming. I had no idea.
You didn't even know that Yacht Rock Review was the band.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. But then also, when you go to this concert or this show, people tend to show up as if they're on a boat.
Yes.
Like you're on a yacht. So a lot of captain's hats, a lot of navy and white stripes, so why don't you and Kim and Nicole you were the 3 most dressed up.
We did. We definitely committed to the role. So we had talked in our group chat. Yeah. Are we dressing up? Because I'm all for a dress up opportunity.
I am too. Like I normally love dressing up.
Yes.
It was such a long week. I ended up I'll tell you in a second. Go ahead.
Well, I thought you looked adorable.
Thanks. Okay. Well, so I wore jeans, but I wore those cute little white, like Keds style shoes and a navy and white striped tank top. But I did have very cute dangle earrings that were gold. One side was an anchor and the other was like the wheel. The
ship's wheel. Yes.
So I thought that was cute.
That was super
But I didn't
cute.
go all out like I normally would.
I know. But it was... I think we all blended well together.
We did. So let's talk about you.
Yeah. So I had on these high-waisted cream pants with like this little navy stripe.
It was perfect.
Thank you. And then a navy t-shirt. And I had this like vintage Stella and Dot necklace.
Which I was like, this is such a nice necklace. Did you buy this for this event? But it just happened to have gone. It was so great.
Because I do love a nautical kind of preppy look sometimes, So if I see something and I love it, I'm like, I'm just going to buy this, So it had a ribbon and then, the brushed gold. And then I did tie my hair in a scarf.
That might have been one of the best. When I walked up when we all met at dinner and I saw you, I was like, yes, ma'am, Wettacamp.
Thank you.
That is so good.
Well, I definitely took some help from the Real Housewives because I do watch them and they have, definitely glammed themselves up for different things. And I thought, you know what? I think I can pull this off.
And you did.
Well,
and it looked great.
Thank you. And then Nicole had her cute little striped shirt.
She did. And then she also had the captain's hat and a scarf.
Yes.
And the shades.
Yes.
So she looked like she was on a boat.
Yep. And then Kim had on her white jeans,
like capri jeans,
and a cute little shirt, and then she tied her scarf like around her
little belt. Yeah, that was you
so
guys
clever.
had it going on. That was great.
Fun.
It was really cute.
And we do have pictures on social media.
Yeah, some of those
both
pictures
events.
were so great.
Yes, yes.
I'm excited.
So we shared pictures on Yacht Rock and Oops, Wrong Party.
Those are some great
Let's
pictures.
talk about the night of Yacht Rock. So we decided that Amanda and Nicole were going to drive separate.
Yes.
And the rest of us were going to carpool. So Wendy was our designated driver, and Amanda and Nicole, they ended up getting a hotel for the night.
Yes, because Nicole and I live much further out, and so the show was gonna go late, so we got a hotel near the amphitheater.
Yes, and so they dropped their stuff off at the hotel, Uber to the restaurant. So
Yes.
we all meet together at the restaurant.
And we're thrilled. We're gonna have dinner, have a few drinks before we go. It's gonna be great.
Yes, and we get seated, and our lovely waiter, Marcus, really started out with a bang. But
Like Nicole said, wow, he started off so confident.
he did, and it just kind of went downhill from there. So, he tells us the drinks at the venue are $25, and
Yeah.
we're like, great, we'll order drinks now. So we
Yeah.
all ordered drinks except Wendy, and then those took a little bit of time. He did warn us.
Yeah, he did tell us.
So that was a good heads up. Then we go and order our food, and he starts to bring the food out. Kim and Nicole had ordered a barbecue chicken pizza, and he gives them a tavern pizza.
Right.
They don't eat meat. At least Kim
does
doesn't
not.
eat beef.
Yep.
And so they're like, we did not order this. And he's like, oh, I wrote down tavern pizza.
Right. And he says, well, I've got it right here. Yeah,
Right, great.
yeah, sure. You probably do have it right there because you wrote it down incorrectly.
Yes.
But then on the other end of the table, somebody did order a tavern pizza
Yep.
with a side of cauliflower.
Yes, the cauliflower appetizer.
Yes. Instead, they get no cauliflower appetizer, but they get the tavern pizza on cauliflower crust.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, this is, and he comes to the table, he's like, here's the gluten-free pizza. We're
Right.
looking at him like, wrong table.
Right, we don't
I
have a
have
gluten-free
no
pizza
idea what you're
here.
talking about.
Right, and they're like, we got the yeah, that is the cauliflower. They're like, no, we got the cauliflower appetizer and the tavern pizza, but it's still not computing.
It's not. It does not compute.
And we're just deciding
this
to
point,
let
too,
all that go,
there's
except
also
the barbecue chicken.
This is also what we didn't know is a popular restaurant that people eat at before the shows
Yes.
at this particular amphitheater. So we figured that out once we got there and realized, oh, we got a lot of folks here in
Yacht Rock gear.
Yacht Rock gear, yes.
Yep, and it was very busy. And so we did put the order in for the barbecue chicken pizza, but then Wendy and Erica, they ended up splitting the cauliflower pizza crust and
it just all kind of was
working
like
it together. Yep.
Yeah. But then the drinks.
Yes.
So we each got 2 drinks.
Yep.
But then when everybody got their check, it was like their drinks were on the check, but then additional drinks
Yes.
were on the check that no one even ordered.
Right, I had a Three Amigos margarita, which I had no margaritas.
And that's funny because Nicole had 2 margaritas that were like the perfect margaritas.
Yes.
And she had a third one on her tab for Three Amigos margaritas.
Right.
And I'm like, she did not have that.
Right.
I think I'm the only one whose tab was correct.
Right.
Because I was the first chair.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And I don't
look
know.
into my eyes, buddy.
It all went wrong. So we're telling him, hey,
Yeah.
these are all wrong. I know. I'm going to take the drinks off that are wrong. And then we come back and he didn't take them off.
Nope.
And we have to go.
Oh, yeah. Jessica's like, we need to be on time immediately.
Yes. And it was already after 8. And
Yeah.
the show started at 8.
Right.
So Jessica's like, everybody give me your bills. I'll deal with this. And it's still not been dealt
Yeah,
with, but it's
right.
fine.
But she even was like, I don't care. I will pay for it. I will just give everybody the money. She was like, just give me your receipts.
Yes, I mean, she
It
was
so
like,
fun.
she was like, just give them over. It's fine. Meanwhile, during dinner, we had 2 full tables next to us of lovely prom children.
Yes, children. And all these young ladies are perfectly tan with gorgeous little bodies with their dresses that are midriff. I mean, I'm not hating on their dresses.
No.
They looked beautiful.
They did.
But just to give you an idea, the back is cut out.
Yes.
There's midriff. There's lots of shoulder. And we're like, oh, these girls have no idea.
No
like,
idea.
You are the most beautiful.
We want to
Skin is
lean
great.
over and be like, it only goes downhill,
Right,
ladies.
like ladies, you look so great. You know, we were just like, this is amazing. I will say though, PSA for parents of teenagers who are going out to eat
Yes.
without the parents, teach them to tip.
Yes.
I mean, because listen, if you don't have enough money to tip, you don't have enough money to go out to
Right.
eat. Because when they left, we were looking at the other waiter, not our waiter, but the waiter that took care of them. He looked down and was just like, ugh.
Uh-huh.
And immediately, I think Kim looked at him and was like, not a good tip. And he's like, 5%.
Yeah.
Kim was like, what? She got up and started walking around the table looking at all of the kids' bills, like who signed. There's only like one couple that gave 20%.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
I know.
I mean,
and the waiter was younger, and he goes, I kind of knew what I was in for.
Yeah, which is
Poor
sad.
thing. I know.
I mean, it would have been so nice if he would have been so pleasantly surprised because all the kids were taught to always tip well.
Yes.
That would have been such a pleasant surprise.
I know.
But anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
But we had lots of fun conversations about the kids because we're like, they were all on their phones.
Yes.
As
they weren't even talking to each other. They were all looking down.
And I joked that I was going to go over and give them an icebreaker to do.
Yeah. Oh, we were dying because they would have left and been like, who are those
old ladies?
And that one lady wanted us to like ask a question.
They wanted us to talk.
Right. I mean, we would have been like the joke forever.
Yes.
I mean, they would years from now be like, do you remember prom night?
Yeah, those old ladies. They were like from the Golden Girls.
Yes. And really, when you think about it, the Golden Girls are,
like
they were younger than where we are now.
Yes.
Like they were our age. They look like they were 80.
I know they did.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy. So we get to the concert. Oh, well, tell them how we got to the concert.
Oh, so Wendy drives a Kia Sportage, and she was like, look, I mean, there's not a lot of room in there. And so we've already got 3 in the back seat, and then 2, one's in the passenger seat, one's driving. But we need to get over to the venue immediately. Jessica's already like, give me your receipts. I don't care. I'll pay it. We got to go. So we're all running out, which normally meant Nicole and I would have gotten in the Uber and we would have met them there. But Jessica has all of the tickets on her phone. And everybody's like, no, let's just go together. Who said Amanda and Nicole maybe it was Kim.
I think it was Kim.
She said, don't worry, Amanda, you and Nicole, like y'all just jump in the back. And at first we were like, oh, okay, no. And then Wendy's like, well, I think the Kia, like we got a little room. Nicole and I walked over, we were like, of course there's enough room.
Plenty of room.
We're breaking the law. We're very interested in breaking the law. We got in the back of the trunk area and just faced out and
it was fine.
It was great.
Yeah.
And we had plenty of room,
we didn't get stopped.
And we could have probably fit somebody else back there if we needed to.
Potentially,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, we were fine.
Yes, and it was less than 1 mile.
Right,
It's not like we were going on the highway or anything.
Yeah, I might have felt differently had we been on the highway or something like that. But
And then we go to park and the guy's like, yeah, that you need to go to lot A. And Jessica's like, no.
Jessica speaks up from the back seat. She's like, we paid for premium
parking. And she finds it on her phone. And so then we pulled right into the venue.
And you know what? I appreciate it. That was definitely something I would have done. I'd have been like, nope, Wendy, do not move. Do not move. This man can stand here. I'm going to find it. We paid for it.
Yeah, that
was perfect. Because then as soon as he saw it, he was like, oh.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like, here you go.
I know.
Right. I mean, I'm like... Anyway.
I know. So get in there and, the concert has started, but we're having a great time.
We were. It was fun.
It was fun.
And we're singing and it was just such a good time.
Yes. And then Kim says, I think that guy looks like Kurt Russell.
Yes.
And I'm like, I think he looks like Barry Gibb. And of course, Amanda's like, Barry Gibb.
I'm like, and Amanda looks at me like I had 3 heads. And I'm like, what? And she goes, The
Bee Gees.
Yeah, what's his name? Gibb?
Barry Gibb.
Barry Gibb. Okay. Because, see, there you go. I'm like, I don't even know. And you look at me like, you don't know who Barry Gibb is? I'm like, no, I have literally.
This is where the 5 years I really feel
Yeah, I was going to say.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
It is funny to me.
Because I'm like, who? And you're like, the Bee Gees. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, do you know who the Bee Gees are? And I was I've heard of them. I mean, I know if I heard some of their music, I would be like, oh, yeah, of course I've heard that song.
Right, yes. But you can't, name one of their tunes.
No, I cannot.
Yeah.
And I grew up, we were listening to Leonard Skinner and...
Okay, so more of the hard rock.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, my stepdad was into Leonard Skinner and Pink Floyd.
And AC/DC?
AC/DC. Not them as much.
Okay.
And then, Journey.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it was more of, rock and roll.
Yes, true rock and roll.
Right.
Yeah.
Drinking a bunch of Coors Light and cans.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That.
Then, so as we're talking about this man looking like Barry Gibb and or Kurt Russell, somebody goes on stage and I'm like, that looks like Keith Urban.
And the whole crowd at this point is going wild.
Yes.
And then in my mind, I'm like, there's no way it's Keith Urban at this Yacht Rock review concert. And then we all realize,
it is Keith Urban. That was crazy
It was
to me.
and he's just singing along. Like he didn't sing his
and he
songs.
brought his guitar and he's playing the songs. I don't even remember what songs he sang.
He brought his guitar, but he did not come on stage to play his own music.
Right.
He came on stage and he played whatever was on the set list for them. Like he played their music.
Yes, and I think he stayed for about 3 songs.
Yeah,
and I was shocked the whole time.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, it was.
So even if you're not a Keith Urban fan, like if you don't love his music or him personally, I'm not a huge fan, but I still was totally all in for a surprise. I'm like, holy cow.
That was a great one.
Because it's also like, what is he doing here in town?
Right.
Like, does he have a concert?
And
does
it's not even like this huge venue.
Right.
It's not State Farm Arena.
And it's not like we were there seeing a country concert and he made a special guest appearance.
Yeah.
This is Yacht Rock. I mean, like, and we've got Keith Urban out of nowhere.
Yes.
So it was a fun surprise. Everybody was really excited.
A fabulous surprise.
Yeah. So it was a really fun night.
It really was.
Yeah.
And then wrapping up the night, so you and Nicole go back to the hotel.
We do.
And then Wendy is driving all of us back. And we're on the road real close to Wendy's house. And we see what some of us thought was a coyote.
And by some of us, you mean maybe one person?
I think one person. And then we realized, no, it's a dog.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, Wendy goes, I think that's the neighbor behind me. I think that's their dog. I'm like, keep driving. We're not stopping for the dog. I'm like, there's 3 women in this backseat. This dog is huge. It could have been a coyote size.
Right. And you're like,
I'm like, keep driving. And of course, it's not my job to tell. I mean, I'm not the boss, but I wanted to be the boss in the moment.
You're like, we're not doing this.
Right.
Keep driving.
Keep driving. So then the next morning, Jessica is texting us. Jessica's in the car with us, obviously.
The one who thought it was a coyote.
Yes. And she's like, ladies, did we see a coyote last night? Because according to my text, that's what we saw.
And everyone's like,
it
was a dog.
And we just died laughing.
I love that she thought it was a coyote at the time, but then didn't even remember until the next morning that she may have possibly seen a coyote.
Yeah. So that was so funny.
We've had so much fun doing these get-togethers, just random things.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun.
Again, we will just encourage you. Plan an Oops Wrong party. Go to Yacht Rock.
Right. Do these fun things. Come up with stuff that you've never done that you're like, but do it.
Yes. Because it is so much fun.
It is.
And we have the best memories, and then we laugh for days about it.